justice. And they're being awarded to 3 lifelong committed Democrat activists whom Donald would be very, very proud of. Now, as I'm sure some of you, certainly the older folks in the room know, Donald represented my riding at the legislature. And he did so in a very capable fashion for almost 3 decades. And that included a stint as both CCF and founding Ontario NDP leader. And I was very, very fortunate to have gotten to know Donald a little bit over the last few years of his life. He became not just a friend, but a mentor and a trusted advisor. And I will never forget, during campaign times, Donald and I had a little routine. He would call me every Sunday morning and we'd have a chit-chat. And Donald's advice was always the same. He would say, Paul, you've got to get out there and talk to the people. And I think that is as good advice as any wannabe aspiring politician can receive. Paul, you've got to get out there and talk to the people. And I know that somewhere up there right now, Donald MacDonald is having a chat with a new arrival and he's saying, Jack, you've got to get out there and talk to the angels. Donald dispensed advice almost to his last breath. And I will never forget that the night of my by-election victory here in Southweston, that was Donald's last public political appearance. And he said to me that night that the torch was passed on to me and to other Democrats to carry it forward proudly. Now, Donald also had a good sense of humor. And I should share one other anecdote with you. It was that night of that by-election victory. As I paced nervously back and forth in the committee room, watching as the results went back and forth, Donald sat there in a chair, very, very quiet, and he summoned me over and he said, come sit down beside me. And he touched me on the knee and he said, Paul, I want you to know, I won 9 consecutive elections in York South, and none of them were ever this close. He was bragging just a little. But I can tell you that tonight's winners, tonight's award recipients are very, very deserving, and they are in keeping with the spirit and the commitment and the activism of Donald C. MacDonald. So I am thrilled to announce the inaugural recipients. And they're in no particular order. First,